Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
It's tough enough to play defense anyway, but after a return like that, now your mindset has to change a little bit. Instead of going out and just getting settled in the first few plays, you have to be prepared for just about anything.
Here we go. 52 plus. Red.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Set, hunt. Trouble, 38.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Here we go. Striker. 3, 10.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner to about the 26 here. The Dolphins at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Touchdown, Dolphins! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here we go.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On first down, it's done. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Faster. 10 cycles. Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's done.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Right, 97, black shot.
2nd and 6.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Watch out now, 50 Fury. 22 middle.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's done. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned teams down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he's got room. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Patriots.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Patriots nothing.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll drop to throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Again is Elliott. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Elliott is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next week. And
now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about...
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. 30. and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line ready to go.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's done. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Down to about the 22 here. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
52.
He'll look to throw. Out of bounds inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
52 blaster.
He'll look to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Drop 60, drop 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. To the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now back to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. They'll set up a throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think...
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Pats force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
He's got a man, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now this throw caught left side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a draw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Jones.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Patriots take over.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
They'll run on first down. It's Ross, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ross.
Down to the 41.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run.
He's got a man complete. The 40. The 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their